I caught this 38-inch striped bass on a windy day. This fish length is my second largest landing on the kayak. My largest landing is at 43 inches. It was early on a Sunday morning and the wind forecast was reasonable with 7 to 8 mile an hour winds, but included wind gusts of 17 mile an hour gusts and even stronger. So it was challenging. I was using live mackerel as bait and I was trolling with it with my main rod and a rod holder on the back of my kayak. This fish really pulled out hard. When the fish hit the bait, the fishing rod was bent so hard that the tip of the rod almost hit the water. And the reel was peeling out fast. You can see that in the video footage. As I show you the fight, I wanted to talk a little bit about kayak fishing on windy days. I generally prefer going kayak fishing on calm days with no wind or light winds in the 4 to 5 mile an hour range, but sometimes you have to go kayak fishing when you can. Those low wind days are the best, when the water is like glass and it's easy to paddle around in the kayak and go fishing. I also like going out when the wind forecast is moderate, 5 to 10 mile an hour winds, but you have to look out for gusts that can be stronger than that. And then if I go on days with stronger winds, it can be difficult but not impossible to catch fish on your kayak. On this day, the wind forecast was reasonable, 7 to 8 miles an hour, but the gusts were very strong, 17 miles an hour or more. When the wind is too strong, such as sustained winds of 15 mile an hour or above, it's just too difficult to kayak around. The wind blows your kayak and it'll make it difficult to travel against the wind. The wind will also cause windswept waves, which are difficult to navigate. It'll also get colder as you go kayak fishing, and there's a higher risk of flipping your kayak over. Here are a few tips for dealing with windy conditions when I go kayak fishing. 1. Plan your route with the wind in mind. It will be difficult to paddle against the wind, so you may want to start out paddling into the wind, and then on your return trip, have the wind behind you. Or if you have a certain route that you want to do, budget enough time to fight the wind. Bring a windbreaker because strong winds will also make the water will make you feel colder as it blows over the water. 2. Drift with the wind. Sometimes I'll work with the wind while I'm fishing, so I'll let the kayak drift with the wind and zigzag or go back and forth while I'm covering a certain area that I want to fish. I will let the wind blow my kayak as I'm fishing or trolling in that way, and the wind allows me to cover more ground. It's faster than if I was just paddling, and I can focus on the fishing rod and setting up the bait or adjusting the kayak to be in the right position. I'll still hold my paddle, but I'll use it to steer the kayak, and then I'll also use it to paddle back upwind later. After drifting a certain distance, I'll then paddle back to the original starting position and then start my drift again. 3. Use land features to block the wind. I can use land features like the harbor, buildings, homes, hills, or trees to block the wind. Depending on the wind direction, I know a few locations that I believe will be protected or semi-protected from the wind and the windswept waves. These are great spots to go fishing, and it allows you to go on those days where the wind might be a little too strong and out of your comfort zone. 4. Be extra careful. With wind, there's a higher likelihood of tipping over with your kayak, so be attentive, paddle hard, and be safe. Also, be ready for the wind to affect your kayak when you're fighting the fish. I've had several successful fishing trips on windy days by using some of these strategies. I hope that they help you too. Do you go kayak fishing? Please share any friendly tips in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please click like, comment, or subscribe. This is part of my kayak fishing playlist on YouTube. I have other videos that you may like. Thanks for watching.